Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Scrapyard. Welcome to 15-ish minutes with Firechicken. It never ends up being 15 minutes, to be perfectly honest. And I didn't warn anybody that I was going to make this one tonight, so surprise. Reorganized a little bit. Boxing gloves. We got the official Shinigami t-shirt right here. Only two in existence. I have one of them. The play button, the banner. We got some of my old memorabilia over here, some previous accomplishments when I was a MMA fighter. We got my Visionary Award from Heart in the Fight. We got a little poster from Mr. Travis Thompson behind it. That's about it for now. So if you're new to this, basically I'm just going to go through and talk about a few things we got to discuss. Either match, I'll add that to it. No guests tonight. What's up, Supernova? I know I haven't done your fight yet, and it was a really good fight. I just haven't done it yet. And thank you for not bugging me and asking me about that, because one of the biggest pet peeves I have is when somebody messages me and is like, hey, Firechicken, have you edited my fight yet? Is it going to be out tomorrow? Guys, we had like 40 something people fight that day. And I pick the order that they come out in. It's that simple, guys. And it isn't directed at you, Supernova, because you didn't even say anything. But some people do message me, and then they're like, when's it going to be out? And I'm like, well, between now and before the next event. And sometimes, if you're lucky enough, and I'm annoyed enough, I might move it to the end of the list. It might be the last one to get uploaded. Just saying. If you want it to be last upload, bug me about it. So they take a couple hours to edit, guys. It's not like we just go out and shoot the Street Beefs West Coast representing. What's up, Free Smoke? It's not like the fights are just done with and then they magically get edited and they're ready to go online. I do put a lot of heart and love and anything else that related. I put a lot of that into them because I enjoy it. I really do. I love editing. I love seeing each frame of the fight step by step, catching things that people don't normally catch. You get to see the best shots. Sometimes you realize that the camera was in the right spot, so I go and look through my other footage and find some good shots. I slow motion stuff. I add in graphics. I got to put in all your guys' information, your height, your weight, all that stuff, your age. I got to put in sound effects and music. This is all stuff that I like doing and add into it. Let's see. I was going to add something else here. I've got a list of things I'm going to talk about. So sometimes I get like a random thought. I'll go into that one. Merch. So I got some merch coming from Martin soon. Shout out to Street Beast West Coast, Martin Rubio, and Alex Chernard. You guys are doing a great job with that branch. But I got, since it's getting to the cold weather, I'm getting sweatshirts, hoodies. I'm getting beanies for the first time. King Madness, what is up? Representing Street Beef's OG branch. Speed Trap, what is up? Supernova, the only thing I want to ask, I can have a good thumbnail this time. Last two fight was the one getting hit. You know what? Supernova, you and not Free Smoke, you and Crazy Legs. I don't know why. Sometimes that's just how it happens. Like it was happening so much with Crazy Legs that I had to go back and I was editing one of his fights and I just kept getting these epic shots of him getting hit. And I was just like, man, I can't do him like that this time again. Even though, you see the first one you thought it was though. Yeah, right. Neptune, what is up? Our biggest fan has entered. Lights Out. What is up? Lights Out looking to go for that 135-pound title. What's up, Michael? Um, I got new merch also on Teespring, guys. I'm gonna share with you the links. I'll be honest, guys. I'm not like 100% savvy on how all the Teespring stuff works, but I'll give you guys the links. I want you to check them out right now because, like, I spent a lot of time on making some of these designs, and I just haven't figured out like how to put them out there yet exactly. But one of them's really funny, and I think the other one is going to be like a new, like our new go to. I really like it. So that let's see that one right there. Did it not? Okay, it did post. Also, if you're finding out that you can't comment, you need to be subscribed to the channel. It's a small thing. You just click the button. It's free. Everyone loves free. What's up, Firebird? Ha, Junior. That's funny, Firebird. Yeah, I'm Firebird. You know, if you actually look up fire chicken on the Urban Dictionary, you'll get a definition. It's not the first definition; it's like the second or third one, but it says my name in it, and it talks about a firebird, and it's kind of funny. Is there fights for someone like me? Steven is asking. Yes, there is actually. We have a very large variety of fighters that come out, and we match based on weight and experience. If you are unexperienced, what's up, OTH? If you're inexperienced, we match you up with somebody inexperienced. If you're new and inexperienced, we just have to go off your guys' words because we really don't have a definite um we don't know yet exactly where you're at on the um oh, hold on, I just got sent a message. We don't know where you're at exactly per se. Like you could say you're a 3 but you might be a 1. Those that gets kind of dangerous. Hey, other than Viking Warrior, who at 175 that would be a good fighter for me? I would like to fight. Oh, actually, King Madness, we got like off the top of my head 175. Geez, man, I wasn't expecting a question like this, and quite honestly, it's making my brain hurt. But we do have fighters at 175 that are good. Um, guys, help me out here. Do I got to go into like my fighter chat and like look and see names and pull it up here? Because I can do that. Let's see who's in my fighter chat. By the way, my fighter chat is a chat that is specifically for fighters of the scrapyard. Oh, Turco would be a good one for you, dude. He's our 170-pound champion. He's undefeated. Turco, I don't know why I didn't think of him first. I'm looking through here, so give me a second. I think Scorpio's right around 175 pounds. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, Maniaco. Maniaco's another one. 170 pounds. Great fighter. He used to be our 170-pound boxing champion. Um, Hollywood, but he's kind of on a little hiatus right now. He's getting healed up. Dre would be a good one, I think, around that weight. Dre, no doctor. Um, okay, I'm just looking through. There's other guys too that will box that are good that don't come out and box with us and stuff that I'm missing here. Sorry if I forgot anybody. Those are just a few examples, but I can dig deeper into that subject later. But getting you out here would be amazing, man. I'm just saying that I've watched your fights on the OG branch, and it's like, yeah, it's really cool. I also want to get out to the OG branch this year. I might do it just to visit. Like I'm thinking November. I don't necessarily want to go out there to fight, but yeah, I think I'm going to try to do that. Check out those Teespring things really quick. Like I said, one of them's really funny. How connected to the other branches are y'all? Dirty South is having concerns with $500 funding for October 22nd event. I'm surprised they needed to handle that on their own. Worried for that event. So we all operate independently, but we're all street beefs. So like Scarface has his team, and they run the OG branch. And then we got Nasty Native that runs Dirty South. We got me that runs the Scrapyard, and we got Martin and Alex that run the West Coast. And we have to come up with, like, if we want to make repairs to our cages and stuff, or buy some new camera, that's on us. And it's we can do that through, like, if fighters or whoever just wants to shoot a donation over to us, whatever, like it, but it's on us. I personally, put money back into this because I feel like it's something that I love to do, and it's a big part of my life. So it's kind of on us individually. We all have different shit going on in our lives and stuff that make that kind of like getting funds together more difficult. So, but those are the branches of Street Beefs. There aren't any other branches besides those. West Coast and Scrapyard put our fights on our own separate channels. We used to be on the main branch, but we got to a certain point size wise, and we started putting them on our own channels. Dirty South is more just starting out, so maybe eventually they'll be putting their stuff on their own channel. Is there any way you can sign a T-shirt? Probably, like, if you wanted one of our OG ones from like Martin, like I could make a special I would do it for you, Neptu, because like you've been commenting on our shit, like the first Kicking It with Chicken. I make exceptions on certain things, but you got to realize that it's a pain in the ass. I have to go out of my way to do it. And like I said, I will do it for you. But it is out of the way. It's me having to like order something, bring it here, ship it to myself, pay for shipping, sign it, and then ship it again. But I definitely could. In fact, if we're gonna do that, Neptu, I could also have other people sign it too, to make it more worth the while. Unless you just want me to sign it, that works too. So anyway, yeah, check out our merch. We got lots of interesting stuff on that Teespring that I just posted links for. I'm really proud of the design that I made it up today. Like I went on Etsy and I bought some different images. I placed them all together. I made some stuff on my phone. I made some backpacks, some slides. I made like an iPhone cover. I made a whole bunch of stuff. Next month at 135 pounds, lights out. That depends on who signs up, and that'll bring me to my next topic. Sign up, guys, because I can only match up and anticipate who's fighting when people sign up. If I don't got people signed up, then it's like, if they wait till the last minute or just show up, then yeah, Neptune, don't worry about it being the extra work, because like I said, for you, I would do it. But yeah, lights out. Like I definitely want to get you an opponent that's under 140. That's how it's got to work out. Oh, you'll be back in October, Supernova. Awesome. I want to see you fight again, man. So yeah, speaking of September and October, I got the dates for the fights, guys. So the next one is obviously September 24th. We got that one coming up. I already got people signed up, but again, like, get on it, guys. If you're not from the Pacific Northwest and you don't know how the weather works out here, like, you might want to just get on that. I'm just saying, you never know how much good weather we have, or decent weather we have. We do fight all year round, so keep that in mind. But September 24th. Now, I want to talk about that really quick. We got somebody that watches our fights that I got a chance to meet last week, And now, whatever your type of music that you like to do is, or like to listen to is, this guy is a Pacific Northwest. Um, he's a trademark of the Pacific Northwest. He is definitely all for the Pacific Northwest. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. But he's done music with Macklemore. He's rap. He's he was recently on the show Reservation Dogs. His name was Tino on there, but it's Travis Thompson. In fact, this little poster right here, this I got this from the Travis Thompson concert. I got a chance to meet him. He watched, like I said, he watches our stuff. He knew who I was already. I gave him a hat and a T-shirt to show my love. And he put on a great show, but he said he's also going to be putting on a show on September 24th. It's a free show, and you're going to want to go follow this guy because I'm not sure on the details. I'm waiting for more info to come out on it, but it's going to be September 24th. It's going to be a little bit later, so we're going to have our event. And I don't know, Travis, if you watch these, if you want to come out to our event earlier that day, that's cool too. We probably kick off around 11 o'clock. If you want to stick around for a couple hours and then head up there, that's cool too. But I know you're going to be going on tour soon, and you want to, you probably got a lot of stuff going on. But September 24th, I want to roll up there with a crew to watch him. So if you're interested, let me know at the fights, and we'll roll up and we'll watch some free music and stuff. Next event after that is October 22nd. That's going to be I'm not going to say our Halloween base. I'm not going to go all out with Halloween this year, guys. We did it like a little bit overboard last year. We're just going to try to put on a good show this year. And if people want to dress up for the fights, that's cool too. And then after that, we got November 26th will be the following event. And then December 17th, so we can avoid all the crazy, Christmas stuff. So, and then we'll also have one in obviously January around the 22nd. I don't know, whatever Saturday. Then write a piece on it. Do you think while I'm there, they'll give me an interview, possibly let me record it? Yes, actually, if you're a journalist or if you're doing a story on us, then we definitely want to work with you on filming and that kind of stuff. The reason that we don't allow filming, obviously, at the events is because we don't want people taking their own footage and then just uploading it to YouTube and trying to, I don't know, because the footage is going to be up on YouTube, guys. You don't got to try to steal it. You can download it after we upload it, but don't be trying to put it up there and do all that. That's what we're trying to avoid. It. But people that come out that are doing pictures and that kind of stuff, they're not trying to do that kind of stuff. So yes, hit me up. I'll leave my email right here. And this isn't a hidden, a exclusive information. This is our scrapyard email. This is how people get a hold of me via email. So, but just shoot me a message on there. I reply to just about everything. Instagram, streetbeast_scrapyard. I reply to stuff on there, and Facebook Messenger. I'm doing a little bit of stuff on Reddit right now. I'm just posting some fights, but people on Reddit are kind of dicks, so I don't really like posting on there that often. So, let's see. Your guys' fights are still being, I already talked about that. They're still being edited. Don't complain about your guys', look, guys, it does take me a long time to edit the fights. I don't care. Maybe you're better at it than me. Maybe you can do it twice as fast. Great. That's awesome. But it takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to edit a fight fully. That is beginning to end, slow motion, all the stuff I put into it. So it is time consuming. If I forget to add something into your fight that you asked me to put into your fight, then that was an honest mistake, because I just kind of go off of what's in front of me on the waivers. And like, if something's not on the waiver, or if I don't remember correctly, like that I was supposed to do something, um, then I could leave it out. Really, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, guys. You get like, I'm not going to say as much time as you want, but you get a lot of time when you're talking to the camera to be able to say what you want to say. Hey, shout out to my sponsor, whatever. Dude, you're saying it. You know, people are hearing it. Is it really going to help that much if I put a logo on the screen? Maybe, but maybe not. You know, it's not really anything to like get really mad at me about. You know, so that's just yeah, not intentional, guys. Oh, another thing, guys. Look, I hate why does it seem like I got to do this every time? Why is it that people can't operate under mutual respect for each other? Why can't people just be cool? Like, people want to like perk up and like say some pretty shitty things on Facebook to me because they've been holding in feelings, and then boom, out it comes, and it's just like super like mean shit, you know, disrespectful and all that stuff. And whether it's in our group or not, you know, like if you're gonna be like that outside the group, the same consequences are gonna apply. You know, you find yourself out of the fucking group, out of all the Street Beast groups if you act like that. You know, you just can't be like that to people, because we're trying to keep like a chill environment within us, and we're not trying to have internal conflict. Yes, it's a fight group, it is 100%, but we do our fighting in the ring. We don't need to. Oh, my Sasquatch shirt, I know it's not Christmas yet, but you know, this is what Sasquatch I'm wearing today. But we try to stay cool outside the ring, you know, and anything can be said. Like, if you have an issue with somebody, you can, or with me or whatever, you can talk to me about it, but you don't got to be a blatant asshole about it and say shitty things in public, you know. So yeah, don't do that shit. It's not cool. Especially if you've messaged me in the past being like all nice and wanting to come up and fight, you know, like, what's up with that? There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you guys don't know about, as far as like the way that we deal with things, and set things up, and how everything works. And if you're just a fighter, then it's not really a need to know thing for you. That kind of stuff's like management level stuff. Jobs. So I can't even read this, man. I wrote this and I can't even read it. I think it says title. Oh, okay, jobs. Make sure you guys are interested in, let's see, are the fights located in Seattle? Well, sort of. They're located in Gig Harbor. Gig Harbor is like, it's not too far from Seattle. So we'll say Seattle, but they're not in Seattle. They're like right next to Tacoma. If you're interested in fighting, you have to join the Facebook group. That's where all of our signups are. If you don't have Facebook, make a fake Facebook profile. I let anybody in the scrapyard group. Just read the rules, and you'll see like people don't get kicked out unless something bad happens. Like, if they gotta like break rules and do all that. But it's when you join the Facebook group, there's an event post. It'll say like September 24th. No, we don't get paid for fighting, because it's amateur stuff, and we're staying legal here. We can't pay people, and we can't charge people for admission. We also aren't open to the public, as far as like, you can't just come out and spectate. But if you sign up to fight, Street Beef Scrapyard, that's the Facebook. We don't open it up to the public, but if you sign up to fight, you're allowed to bring a +1 with you, and all that. So it's just like, we don't open it to the public because it's just not enough room, and it would be crazy and hectic, and there'd be more fans there than fighters, and it's just not like how we want to do it. We have enough people there with the fighters and the corners and the teams and everything. So fighter team event staff. That's what I meant. Titles. We got titles. 5-round fights, guys, for titles. You're willing to fight anybody if you get that title. So you can let me know when you want a title fight. If you've earned that shot, or you can always ask me. You got to fight at least every 3 months. Don't be an egotistical prima donna, guys. Like I said, there's no ego out here at the scrapyard. We don't go around bumping into each other trying to start fights. We don't roll out red carpets for people. I try to treat everybody fair and equal. You got to realize, though, that I know some people more than other people. Like, I've been around them more. So obviously, when you know somebody more, you're not saying favoritism. I'm saying I just know certain people more. So don't feel like, if you're at the fights or whatever fighting and I don't engage you and talk to you because I'm pretty busy. I think our group is pretty good about helping corner people that don't have corners, telling people they had good fights, offering to work with them, that kind of stuff, trying to make each other better. That's what we're trying to do. We don't want people coming out here that think they're better than everybody else. Okay, we don't want people acting like they're better than everybody else. You better be confident as a fighter. I mean, you got to have confidence. But we want people to come out and don't act like you're superior, like that won't take advice from somebody, that feels like everyone has to bow down to you. It's not what it's about out here. We're about trying to uplift each other and make everybody better. Viking Warrior is a good example of that. Viking Warrior I would say Viking Warrior is our best boxer. No offense to anybody else, but Viking Warrior is our best boxer. And Viking Warrior is the most humble, awesome guy in the world. He will corner you. He will work with you. He'll give you advice. And he'll fight you if you want. Be like Viking Warrior. You don't got to be like act like you're some untouchable, roll out the red carpet. I'm better than everybody. I don't have to follow rules kind of person. Because honestly, we don't want those type of people out at the scrapyard. We want people out at the scrapyard that are going to uplift people, not tear people down, not make people feel like they're not worthy to talk to them. That's not cool. So that's the kind of environment that I'm trying to put together at the scrapyard. And I want the fighters like Lights Out, Lights Out. Like he says, he'll corner anyone. He'll work with anybody. Like, you're a good example of that, dude. And you've come a long way, man. You've come a long way. I finally got a chance to do a little bit of boxing with Lights Out and JB and some other people a couple weeks ago. That was fun. Let's see what else, guys. I got a fight coming up in October. It's going to be Isaiah versus Buddy V, 155-pound MMA title, 5-round fight. Friendly competition. Yes, Sir Yeetus. It is an amateur exhibition match. There's certain things that we don't do out at the scrapyard. This is, if you're a fighter and you're wondering like why we don't do certain things anymore, and you're like irritated about it or whatever, that should be up to you to pay attention to what's going on in the scrapyard. Because I can't constantly make videos explaining why we do something every time I do a live video. It gets repetitive. So we don't raise people's hands anymore. We don't have fight records. We don't have, we have a crowd vote, whatever. All that stuff. And it's because they're amateur exhibition matches. They're not, hold on, I just noticed my shit's funky here. They're amateur exhibition fights, man. They're not amateur fights. They don't count on a record per se. They're like experience is what I'm saying. Is there free 4. Is there 3, 4, or oh? Is there food or food trucks? Yeah, there's food at the events. I always get cases of water for the fighters and stuff for free, and then there's like some food at the events. Yes, I'll just say that. I here's some stuff that I've done for the events, guys. Like, I've personally bought, like I bought a tent for signups. I bought a stand-up heater for the winter time when it gets cold. I pay for the propane, tables, a shipping container to keep all the stuff in, the belts. I bought the belts and stuff for the scrapyard. Just, I've got a lot of money wrapped up in this, but it's a passion, so I love it. That's okay. That's all right. But this has been a great 31 minutes with Firechicken. I don't know what to say. Check out our latest fights, guys. I've got probably 6 or 7 fights out so far. I should edit one for tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll edit one really quick. We're in Gig Harbor, Washington, King. Right next to Tacoma. So it's 7:30 now. Yakima. I want to drive out there. Yeah, we do get people coming out from Yakima and Eastern Washington. Crazy enough, we get people coming from, I'll try to think of like all the places. We've had them come from Montana, Idaho, Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, Arkansas. I want to say there was a Mississippi, Wisconsin, Virginia, Texas, Illinois, Florida. Actually, I'm not sure. Was there Florida? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we definitely had somebody from Florida. Pennsylvania, I think. Canada, Hawaii, Colombia. Don't know if we've had any Alaskans down here yet. Utah. We had somebody from Utah. Basically everywhere. And there's probably people come from other ones that I don't even realize they were from different states. They just came out and fought. I try to match people up from that travel from long distances first. So those guys kind of have priority. They have priority, like you West Coast fighters, you Virginia fighters, Texas fighters. You guys come out, you get priority. We can set matches up ahead of time with you guys. And I will do my best to make sure that fighter shows up. But like in 2 Explosives case, he got hurt right before the beach fight, and I had to pull. I don't want to say that. Yeah, I was going somewhere with that, and it wouldn't have sounded good. I had to pull a fighter out of the woodwork to fight him, and it ended up being a really tough fight for a beach. But the guy has fought amateur fighting and fought a couple times in the scrapyard. So, Warrior Champs leaving and not returning belts you purchased. Did you come up with a solution? Yes, I did. Champions cannot take the belts home. So, if you're a champion in the scrapyard, you leave your belt here. Sorry. If you want to purchase a belt, you can purchase an exact replica of the belt, and you can have that belt forever. But I can't let belts leave because sometimes they never find their way back. Precautionary measures. Would you let a fighter continue if he or she is bleeding? It depends on how bad and if we can clean it up. Like, we usually stop the fights like when we notice the bleeding. Clean it up. If it's like really bad, we have had to stop because of it. Like, we had somebody get an accidental headbutt, and it was, I think, a who was fighting? It was Jabberwocky. Maybe it was an elbow or something, and we couldn't fix it. We just said, yeah, sorry, we gotta cut this one short. Sorry for the dad joke. Um, but yeah, we don't want any unnecessary blood getting all over the place. But yeah, so that's about all I got for you guys. I really appreciate the comments, the questions, the concerns. You guys, oh, hold on. Is a prerequisite to be number one for a championship, or is it you? Up to me personally, they're about $180, Brandon. Um, it's honestly up to me. Do you look forward to pay loyal fighters to Scrapyard? Do you look forward to pay loyal fighters? I don't know what you mean there, King. We don't pay anybody. Um, so it's basically up to me, but like if there's no bias in it, if somebody deserves a title shot, it, I'll give them a title shot, like, but if it kind of gets past me, like, oh, this guy's won a couple fights, and you got to ask me too, because I mean, if you ask me, I'll probably say yes if you've earned it. For people, but it's got to be at least one. You've got to have at least one fight in the scrapyard, though. That's a prerequisite, unless there's a title fighter or somebody's got a title and they want to put their belt on the line. I don't know. Sometimes that's the title holder's deal. But if you guys don't got anything else, I'll give a couple shout outs here. Shout out to Scarface, the OG branch. Shout out to the other for putting us on, for getting us started, for creating what you've created and giving us what we got here. And thanks to all the other branches for supporting us as we support them. Thanks to all of you that watch not only just the fights, but these too. Like, you guys are the ones that are kind of like up and personal with me, asking me questions, wanting to know more about the scrapyard. They aren't just here for the fights. You guys care about more than just the fights. So you guys actually mean like quite a bit to me. Yes, the YouTube subscribers, yeah, you guys do too, for sure. But you guys kind of go like the extra distance. So thank you to you guys. Thanks to my event staff. Will you alumni? We guys eventually have an alumni. Street Beefs has been around for a while. What do you mean by that? Like, Sir Yeetus, can you clarify? Thank you to my event staff team. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you for my. Yes, we are. Scarface is he is the OG, the creator of Street Beefs. He is this right here. So Scarface started it all, and Scarface, he is the one that determines who can be a branch and who can't. So currently there is us, West Coast, and Dirty South are branches of Scarface. Street Beefs, we are Street Beef Scrapyard. We are Street Beefs, but we are a branch of Street Beefs. Then you've got Street Beefs West Coast. Then you've got Street Beefs Dirty South. Street Beefs is just hold on, picture time. I'm making this for you guys. Okay. You see it? This is this is how it works, guys. You have Street Beefs, the creator, in there, and then below that you have the branches of Street Beefs. We are all Street Beefs. We are all Street Beefs, but we are official branches of Street Beefs. There have been other branches in the past, but for some reason they don't exist anymore. I know that they were working on a Street Beefs UK. They're talking about a Street Beefs Midwest. They've talked about, there was another Texas one. There was another one in Virginia. But where's the scrapyard located exactly? Gig Harbor, Washington. Let me see here. Dark Wolf, hello, lady. How are you? Big boom, boom, boom. Oh, yeah. Okay, whatever. Like a Hall of Fame. Well, we have our event staff on the wall. We have our Wall of Fame, and we have our fastest finishes. But my alumni is kind of just, I call them the OGs. Okay. So alumni, OGs. Our OGs are like Jeremy the Timekeeper, like Turtle, like basically anybody that was around with the old ring. When you saw our old fights with the rubber ring, like that anybody that fought basically then, that's been around with us and continued to be with us throughout the whole process, they're considered like OGs. So eventually there should be a Midwest and East Coast branch. The East Coast branch is in Virginia. That's Scarface's branch. Not that's the main branch. Okay, I'm deleting this. Dark Wolf, you are hidden on this channel because you are being weird, and I don't like weird. Yep. Bye. No Dark Wolf anymore. I don't know who you are, but you're making weird stuff, and whatever. I'm in Eastern Kentucky, but from Northwest Idaho. Okay. Let's see here. You need a fact because people ask same questions all the time. Yes. Do you guys ever see yourselves getting mainstream, for example, getting TV streaming deals? That all depends on who gets a hold of us, to be honest. Like I'm open to a lot of different stuff as far as collaborating with different YouTubers, with any of that stuff. You just talk to me. I get a lot of emails about things, but they're kind of just like affiliate marketing, that me putting like ads in my videos and stuff, and it's like that's whatever, cool, but I haven't bid on anything like that. So Lights Out is on the Wall of Fame. Yes, you are. I think you've had enough fights by now to be on there twice. I'm not putting you on there twice, by the way. The process for securing sponsors, the best way to do it would talk to me. So, like, message me on Instagram, streetbeefs_scrapyard. That's going to be the best way. With the email thing, like it's more impersonal. You know who I wish would reach out to us is Twisted Tea. I think that would make a great sponsor. But the thing with a lot of sponsors and all that is they don't really have anything to do with the scrapyard or fighting for that matter. Hey, Illuminate the State. Speaking of one of our biggest supporters of the scrapyard that's been around here since the beginning. Hope you're doing good tonight. Somebody asked, like, oh, never mind. Yeah, you can go watch it over again. Rewind that shit, man. But yeah, as far as like working with people and deals and that kind of stuff, just get a hold of me on Instagram. I just had another fight group message me that's interested in coming up, so we might be looking at doing a co event at the scrapyard soon. So be on the lookout for that. I'm not gonna jinx it by talking about it and putting anything out there, but it'd be cool to do. So, man, when are you going to come back? I thought you were going to come back to the last event and you didn't make it. Or did you get hurt? I can't remember. Anyway, now it is 44 minutes of Firechicken. It's getting to be a kicking it with chicken instead of 15 minutes Firechicken. But you guys have been really talkative tonight, so I guess that's what happens when I skip kicking it with chickens. How many hours a week do you work on that? Oh shit. Neptune. Why you gotta go right for the throat? Like a lot? It when I mean like this is a passion to me, it's like this is what I do aside from family stuff and work. This is like my third thing that I do is a scrapyard. And I even do this stuff while I'm with my family and with my family and all that. King of the Hill event, like a group of people like doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, last person. It's a fun concept to think about. Yeah, we could do something like that. We've done tournaments and stuff before, but problem with is like getting people to come back to the event after they've won their slot. The tournament stuff would be cool. You know, that's kind of like how they do it with Scarface does his mixers. That they're kind of like that. Do you always get the type of fight you want, MMA, boxing, etc., or is there sometimes no one who wants to kickbox, for example, you have to box if you want to fight? Unfortunately, that's how it goes sometimes. However, nobody's forced to take a fight out here. So if you come out and you're, say, let's use this as an example. Say you're 120 pounds, okay? And there's not very many 120-pound people signed up that day. And you're signed up to do MMA, kickboxing. And then we got one other fighter signed up, and he's boxing. It's like, shit. That's another 120-pound person. So what I do is I say, okay, which one of you is willing to do the other style? And how much experience do you have in that other style? We try to come to a negotiation, but if you, the fighter, are not comfortable with it, then you don't have to take it. There's just never any spot where I'm like, hey, you got to fight. I've had fighters who, well, I was pressured into fighting. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Nobody's ever pressured into fighting. That's all your personal, like, whatever going on in your head. Like, you weren't pressured into it. But I mean, if you are a fighter and you showed up to fight, you couldn't really get pressured into it. So, I mean, whatever. I'm not going to elaborate on that. 6'4", 250, you think that could happen? It could, but we do have a lot of heavyweights. 120-pound person's harder to match up than a 250-pound person. So there's definitely, there's definitely chances to get matched up with people. Some short instructional vids like how to dance choke, how to dart. I thought you said dance choke with Firechicken. So I mean, I tried doing a couple instructional videos, but honestly, what do you think the average person comes onto my channel to watch? They come on to watch fights. That's it. That's why these kicking it with chickens in 15 minutes, that's why these things get like 1,000 to 2,000 views. They're not getting 20,000, 100,000 views like my fights are. So people are coming on here to see that stuff, not this. My niche of my YouTube niche is what they call it. That's the like genre of music. That if your genre of music was hip hop and on your hip hop album you put a country song, do you think you would get very good reception for that? Maybe the country people will like it, but they're not going to buy your whole album of rap just to hear a country song. You know, you get what I mean? You pick what you're good at, what your audience wants to see, and then you go after that. Basically with these, I feel them as being necessary because I like to talk to the audience. So I feel like it builds a stronger community with the scrapyard. YouTube is crazy. Guys, I'm telling you, like if Crazy Legs, what is up? There's just a lot of stuff you have to research with with YouTube and how everything works and when to post and what to post and how to post. It is a little crazy. So I got to get off here, man. It was nice to see you, Crazy Legs. Hey, Crazy, check out the merch that I just dropped. You got to see Two Explosives shirt. I want to do one of you too, but it'll take a little bit of time. But I want to get one of you made too for the Teespring channel. They're just things that people can go on there and order. Like I make them really cheap, so I don't make any money off them. Really, you're basically paying Teespring to. I make like $2 off of a shirt, guys, because I only put them at like $18. Best fighter of the event type highlight. Yeah, it is more editing and stuff. I'm lazy now, and I just put all the fights on one video now. I used to do highlights, but kind of what it ended up doing was I have to go through all the fights and clip stuff out, and it's time consuming. So I have to be efficient with my editing and my time. That's why I get rid of certain things and keep certain things. But okay, guys, I'm about to have some work on my logo. I'm actually make it look more like me. I could do that shirt for you too. Definitely, Crazy Legs. But I want to do a shirt like you did, like I did with Two Explosive. But I want it to be with your unicorn onesie on with the grid thing in the background. I want to do a shirt like that with just like your face and the hood on there. But like it's Teespring, so I can edit and make like different ones. What's cool about Teespring is it doesn't cost me any money to make these t-shirts. Like if you go to a company and you're like, hey, I want this t-shirt made, awesome, that'll be $60. Well, we got to make the design and we got to do this, and we got to do that, and here's the shirt, but on Teespring it's like I'll put a logo on there and it's like don't cost me nothing, and people go on there and they order the stuff and it costs them $20 or whatever. They get their shirt and I get a couple bucks out of it. I do got to adjust the price on some of the stuff on there, but I made the classic tees very affordable because the set price that they give you on Teespring is a higher profit, but you can adjust the profit down to where it's not very much. It's like, or I can make it as high as I want. So, but I want you guys to have merchandise. I just didn't have enough time to go through and like change all the pricing for like sweatshirts and everything. All right, guys, that's it. That's it. No more questions. I'm done. So, everybody, peace out. Fire Chicken's out.